Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. Now, it's not a normal episode where we go on a faction battle or whatever. This video is I'm just gonna show off some of the ships that I've been designing. This is the only one for this episode. I've been working on a version of this for a while now. I tried making another one. This is for my faction. Again, I've told people in the comments I don't know if we're still getting people, because we're like at like 90 people on the faction, so I don't know if we're still recruiting or not. I'll check into that. But yeah, I'm the head of Spec Ops, so I made this sort of Spec Ops sort of ship. It's gonna be on my capital ship on the survival server once I get in onto that. It started up like yesterday, so I'm gonna get into that here shortly, hopefully. Now this whole ship, it takes the armor ramps mod by Uncle Steve, I believe. I got the armored thermal thrusts. What other mods can we see from out here? We got the Saber engines, which are really nice, pretty fast. They're in between the Titan engines and Sage's industrial engines. They're kind of in between that. But Sage's industrial engines, they crash dedicated servers for some reason. I have no idea why. That's just what I've heard. But if you can see from me, excuse me. If you can see from me flying around, got some pretty good weaponry on here. We got 4 Gatling turrets down here. We got 4 on top with 1 missile turret, and then you can also see these autocannons right here. I think they're called autocannons. Let me just check right quick. Yep, autocannons. They're pretty powerful. I've tested them out. They're really nice, really powerful. I only got 4 because the ammunition type is kind of expensive for survival. And then I got 1 railgun. I will show you all this weaponry in a moment after we get done checking out the ship. I got this railgun pretty heavily encased, and it's right above the cockpit, so you'll be able to shoot. Now, this cockpit is kind of exposed, but pretty much if it gets taken out, there's a backup cockpit in there. Now, this ship is more for survival. It doesn't really have too much looks to it on the inside. On the outside, it looks really good to me, of what I think. And I'll show you actually later on how I designed this ship, because it's kind of a mine sort of deal, trying to figure out how to make a ship. Like a mine block, you would say. I saw this thing, Last Thing Gamers did it. I should have a link to his video. But it's pretty cool. I'll show you how he did it in this episode. And so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Now, I have all this ribbing. I'm going to go ahead and go with the outside. Now, there is heavy armor all over the place. Like, these are heavy armored ramps on these outside parts. It just doesn't look like it. There's heavy armor strategically placed everywhere. That's completely encased in heavy armor. These wings have it because this is where most of the conveyoring, well, some of the conveyoring goes, but these are little hangar bays, as you can see by little antennas. And they house the engines, so I kind of encase those, and then I encase this area right here because it holds all the power, and the front. Now the back is kind of encased a little bit right here, but not as heavily. Now I put the entrance back here because if you're moving, no one's going to be able to get into here if you're going, because this thrust will be going, kill them before they even get to here. You can just lock these doors. Now there's a backup console. If the one in front gets taken out, here we have our antenna relay to man the drones that are in the area over there. In the cockpits, in the bays, excuse me. And as you can see, we have passenger seats, have a little bit of lighting, and just look a little better to put in. Have some storage, so like if you're carrying any, well, our Spec Ops guys would be carrying ammo on them too, and explosives, so they'd put their stuff in there. This is just the backup cockpit. Now we got 2 large cargo containers for as much weapon ammunition as we can take. Now we have 3 large reactors. We don't need these. We don't need all of them because we don't use all the energy. I'll show you in a moment. But they are needed just in case one gets taken out or not. Now here's all the conveyoring system. Those goes up to the guns, and then some of these branch off into the like right here. It branches down into the guns, and then it branches back into the hangar bays. Yeah, let's go check out the hangar bays actually. So there's 1 on each side. You'll go through here. I just showed this. I did this right here because figured out this type of armor. If you take like 1 block of armor and then you stick a ramp behind it, sort of facing like this, and say this is the outside block right here, if that got hit, then it's kind of like a bubble armor. I don't know really how to explain it. I can show it to you later if I remember, but it's kind of like a bubble armor. It absorbs more damage, I've noticed. And here are Spec Ops drones. They've been modeled after several different things, and I don't have anything covering up those parts right there. I need to fix that. But they are basically not meant to take, well, they're meant to sneak in, take out some stuff with the Gatlings, and then get out. And they're all battery powered. They have some reactors in there for backup, just in case it's out for too long and can't get back in time. So here are the engines and the gyroscopes. If the engines get taken out, then what's the point? Gyroscopes need to be taken out too. Now, then they're hooked up with connectors so they can get their ammunition back. And as you can see right here, this is where you fly in. It's really small, and the ship's really small, so it's easy to get these ones in here, but other fighters can't like sneak in here somehow. And plus, it's hard to shoot in because this is all heavy armor right here. So yeah, take them a while to get in there. So that's the hangar bays. There's one on each side. I'll show you to your right quick on the other side, just because. Let's run over here. And as you can see, it's just flip-flopped. Now I do need to fix those up there. That's where maneuvering thrusters were. And it took off. Now if we go into the control room, I should probably space out these control panels even more. But these are just here for the drone control. And then we have a little bit of heavy armor just to protect them. And here's where the main pilot sits, as you can see. And he'll control everything from the guns. Some people in the cockpits, they can control some of these Gatling turrets so you can get some better, more accurate fire at different things instead of it just randomly shooting. Now, if we go ahead and turn on our HUD, we can see this thing, it's not too fast, but it accelerates pretty good for its weight. It's all those engines right there, jeez. And then the Saber engines. Now it slows down pretty well. The Saber engines stop it really fast. Those are the only two forward-facing ones. And then if we take a look, we can shoot these autocannons. Oh, it glitched out again. I don't know why. It only shoots like one after a little bit. But then if we go to the, I keep on wanting to call it a Tesla gun, however you say it. But the railgun, which is really nice sounding. Yeah, so let me go ahead and set up some targets right quick. I'm gonna cut the video right here so I can set up some targets, and then I'll be back with the fixed autocannons. I don't know why they do that. Whenever you get in the cockpit and then shoot them and then get out, it glitches out. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we have some targets set up now. We're just gonna move over. Now this is light armor. We're gonna shoot up in the top right corner with the railgun and see what type of damage we get in one shot. Now we're gonna shoot both targets before we go and check them. So there's one shot. Now let's actually, instead of moving, I could just turn myself. This thing turns really nice. Now this railgun takes a while to reload because of how much of a punch it kicks. There we go. Oh, here's some stuff moving around. Maybe guessing it's the fighters. But oh well. Now let's go down. Let's figure out where these freaking autocannons are gonna go. Just do a continuous spray. Put some more damage on this. On the heavy armor, see what type of damage we can get. Now let's just move back. Alright, so let's go take a look at the damage. Looks like we did a ton of damage to that light armor. But I don't know about the heavy armor. The railgun definitely did a lot of damage to the heavy armor. It looks like just a precision hole, yeah, precise hole. Oh, never mind, maybe it was just how it looked. Alright, so looks like the autocannons did pretty well. Let's see how many layers it went through. So that's 1, 2, and then it went through the third one, barely. Well, let's see right here, I just kind of didn't hit it that much. It's 2 layers, it's pretty good. Alright, now let's see what the railgun did. That's 1. Ooh. Yeah, it did a ton of damage. 2. And it didn't go through the third. Usually it does 2.5 blocks of damage, I don't know. Maybe it was my angle on it. And then here we go with the concentrated fire. That took a minute to get, I mean. Sorry. Just peel it back. Looks like only one, oh, no. Interesting. Maybe I just deleted that. Alright, so that's about two layers. Yeah, 2 layers. And then let's see what the railgun did. And it did, if my freaking, there we go. 1, 2. It did 2 layers. Almost. It did like 1.5. Alright, so that's a pretty good amount of damage. Let's figure out what's freaking bouncing around. But yeah, these autocannons and all this other mods are pretty cool. I gotta admit, you guys have to go look up some of these. Okay, yeah, that's a problem. Okay, looks like they were trying to mate, but, you know, I may have to park them on the floor for right now. I'll fix that later. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode of this. If you guys liked it, hit that like button, and then I will make more stuff like this. So, see you in the next one.